How you guys doing? Randy Richard in the shop. This is my anvil, and this is a Peter Wright anvil, and I need to have a stand for it. It's actually sitting on the stand. This video is about making this anvil stand. I hope you stick around and watch the video. It has a handle, has wheels. It's made of oak. It came out really, really well. This is a project. It's been a year in the making actually. Check out the anvil stand build here. I think you'll enjoy it. Okay, what I'm doing here is I've cold formed a band. This is a 2" by 1/8" bar stock, and we're going to cut this, leave a gap, and I'm going to put a tensioning device in. This will be the top band, and we'll be attaching some other stuff to it. There's my phone again. I need to turn that off. Yep, today it's almost machining. Just kidding. You guys should check out Phil's channel, Almost Machining. Good guy. He's making a cylinder square, and he probably doesn't have it in video yet. He's filming it, but it's coming out really nice. So he's pretty happy. So we're texting back and forth. Anyway, so I had to make a little press brake I did some of the bends with that, and then the rest I had to kind of start with the press brake and then just cold form around here. So this is almost there, and I'm gonna take it off now, cut it, and have a gap, and then a tensioning device. We have our locking device, and we have this will be for a tray mount. Square nut, so that will hit up against here if it needs to turn. And this is just a 1/2" socket head cap screw. Now these two over here will have a tray out here, and so I can just easily put the tray on and off. We'll just have pins that drop in there. And it's just perfect. Yep, that'll be just fine. Put a handle on and made it a lot easier. One 1/2 by 3 by 1 1/2 when we're done. Flip it over and do the same thing. We're going to go down a 1/2 inch and about in 1 inch. threaded inserts. Bigger drill. All right, these clamps are ready to go. Well, I think that's enough. We did a bunch of this stuff, and about halfway down, I did some around here. Boom! They're instantly dry. Isn't that amazing? I already cut one off and kind of sanded. So we're going to cut all the rest off, trim them up. We're going to sand. It's pretty cool stuff. That was 80 grit on the belt sander. Kind of cool, filling those in like that. I probably should have done them all, but the anvil's going to cover most of this. So, but yeah, that's kind of a cool way to do that. I'm doing a once over with this. This is a random orbit sander. Nice two-handed one. And you really can get the sanding done with this thing. I have 100 grit on here. Pretty much ready to go for a little more work here. I'm going to put through bolts through. Right about this, where I did those wedges, about mid-level here. Through bolts that way and this way. And there's a top band that goes on. And the wheels will go on. The wheels will be back on this side. And my tilting device and stuff. So, for a handle. But other than that, it's ready to go. Now, it's not going to be on this roll-around cart. It's going to have its own wheels. It'll sit flat on the ground or in the gravel. I'll probably put it off the concrete. And the largest ball bearing I have is a 1-inch one. I would say almost 90%. Yep. Sounds solid too. So first we're going to put a countersink in, 1 3/4 diameter by about, this is 3/4 of an inch, so maybe a little bit more than that, maybe 7/8. 3/4 would be just enough. That's so I can put a washer and the head of the bolt countersunk. Nice and sharp. I keep them sharp. I marked it. I do not want to go all the way through the auger. I only want the tip to come out, so I have a mark where to countersink on the other side. It worked out perfect. Two tiny holes there for the counterbore bit to grab into. Seven and a half inches down, right on the money. That one's a little bit, that's an 1/8 of an inch low. Not too much wandering. And 4 1/4 in, and that's off about 1/4 inch. That one is maybe an 1/8 at the most. So not too bad.
The other ones are longer, and they're just going to work out just awesome here. I'll use them. They're 5/8 bolt. These holes are probably going to be a little on the tight side. They meant the washers measure 1 3/4 in that bit, man. This is Danish oil. Fruit wood is the color. I have a bunch of this still. Had for years as I do wood projects. This is what the finish is. I have one of them. I bought a gallon of one. Long time. So that's what everything gets. Till I'm out. Actually, it makes a really nice finish.
Looking really nice. Looking beautiful. Little change of plans. I'm not liking this. Kind of a good idea, but I don't think they're going to be strong enough. Just the way those ones tightened up, I just don't like it. So I made these. This is made out of sucker rod, 1 inch. We're going to bore a hole and go in there so that threaded part will line up with the hole there. You drop your bolt on down and intersect that and pull that up tight. This should be really solid. Really solid. And this will be hidden behind the band that's going around there. So, let's do it. Just to let you know, this thing is heavy.
Make it right first, of course. Get the gun. One hole. I think that's square head bolts. That's awesome. Perfect. I think that's gonna work. You want to use these? Okay. So I don't need them for like 4 years. No, 4 years, really? And I use them. You didn't use them. I think. Yeah, actually, you should be able to put all this on first and then slip the anvil under it. That's what I think I'm going to do. I think this is all pretty fine. This is what I have on machines. So I can use the blacksmithing.
I think that worked out just dandy. And that looks just awesome so far.
And this can be a little bit longer.
That wasn't too bad. Looking more and more like an anvil stand. This is the handle. Piece of black iron pipe shaved off a little bit so some rubber grips will fit. Awesome. All right, I got the second band position and bent and all that fitted around. I need to cut the ends, weld on my coupling pieces, and give it a paint job, but it's nice. It's all around the angled corners and such. One. Didn't have one big enough. I did an added mod here to the handle, and we have this on here. This is a spring-loaded pull pin here, so this screws in here like so, and you can pull it out and it will stay out in a little pin here, and then turn it 90 degrees and it goes in, and it will engage in the handle. So that's pretty slick. My son supplied that. He had an extra one, and this is going to work out just slick. So we're going to put this back on and give it a try. And the handle slips in, locks into the pin or the hole. Yep. Gonna find the hole. There we go. So it's locked in. Now I can just grab it and flip it over. But it's also removable for when you're working at the anvil. Then if you just for storage, it just flips around and you can slip it all the way down and it'll out of the way. So this all is going to work out really nice. Lock it in, and it's like a hand truck. Just flip it over. So that works absolutely perfect. You go from the side here, you can see how to pull that out. You can slip it over and stow it or remove it. I'm going to like that. That's it for the anvil stand itself. Things in the video you did not see. You did not see the actual making of the upsetting anvil here. You saw me cut it and such, but I needed a chunk to fit it and get a location, so that's why I cut it in this video. But this one here is all heat treated and blued and very usable. So that will be in the next video. There's going to be another video after this, and about making the upsetting anvil will be in there. And I make a tray that goes on the side of the anvil. Now in this video you saw the sockets for it, they're on the other side, and about mounting it. So I make the tray for it, and we'll have the upsetting anvil in there. And so please check out the next video. Thank you for watching the whole video. I know you stuck with it. This anvil stand and anvil is going to work out really well for me here in the shop, being able to move it around and all that good. Plus it looks good. I'm just tickled pink of how nice it came out, and how easy it is to move around, and it should last a very long time. I hope so. I hope I did the anvil justice. So thank you guys. Thanks for watching. And please watch the next video on this, and we'll see you in the next one for sure. And one last thing, please check out, if you're interested in any of the tools I make dovetail cutters, 2 sizes, and I make scribes, that you can carry in your pocket and not get jabbed. And I make knockers. If you don't know what a knocker is, you'll have to check out some of the other videos. There'll be a link somewhere with this video about that, and I've made videos about how I make the scribes and make the dovetail cutters. There's videos all about that. Check out the playlist, and you can see all those. So please check them out and support the channel. That's how I support my channel, is I sell products, and those products are all made by me in my shop here. I don't have help. I'm all by myself. So that's what I do. And I hope you guys enjoyed the anvil stand though. This is awesome. Thank you. One last thing. Isn't there always one last thing? Not too bad. RR in the shop.